Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Crick Blog podcast. In this video, we will be previewing arguably the most talked about team ahead of the IPL 2025, Punjab Kings, Shreyas, Iyer, Ricky Ponting. Is it going to be the time that PBKS make the playoffs for the first time in over a decade? Is it? We'll see. So, Charbel here from Crick Blog, Australia fan, IPL enthusiast, along with my co-host Nash, MI fan, India fan. We're here to talk about Punjab Kings, what their possible 12 could look like, whether they can make the playoffs. Are they going to be a contender this season under the watch of Shreyas Iyer and Ricky Ponting? Nash, what are your initial thoughts? Do you have them,
Strong team, strong
yeah,
team.
contender top four?
Good balance
Yep,
of foreign and domestic talent.
yep.
And it's going to be I think it's going to be a good season for them. I have them finishing third. I have them finishing, making the playoffs, and with the players they have retained and a new captain, a new IPL winning captain coming in Shreyas Iyer with along with a coach who has a stellar record in Ricky
Mm,
Ponting. I think it's a really dangerous team to look out for.
it is.
The playing 11 that I have is start with Prop Simran Singh at the top with
Yep,
Josh Inglis,
yep.
Shreyas Iyer, Glenn Maxwell, Nihal Vadara, who strikes at a rate of 135 as well. So has didn't have the best of IPLs as yet for MI, but
Mm,
he's young, and I think he's a really good addition to the middle order as well for Punjab. And then I have Stoinis, Shashank Singh to do the finisher role, Harpreet Brar, Lockie Ferguson, Chahal, Arshdeep Singh. And then in terms of impact player, they have a few options, and that's why I think this is
mm.
a dangerous squad because they have got all rounders like Suryan Shedge. They
Yep,
have all rounders like Aaron Hardy, Xavier Bartlett, Marco Jansen.
Marco Jansen.
I mean,
It's a good
he's
squad. It's a good
it's a
side.
great squad, and then they have bowlers, in Kuldeep Sen as well. So it's a really great squad for them, and it's going to be really interesting to see what they do with that because add to that bowlers like youngsters like Vijay Kumar and Azmatullah Omarzai from Afghanistan. So it's going to be it's
They've got
going to
very
be
good backups.
really difficult to get a hold of them if they kick on.
Yeah. I've got big hopes for them. I've got I think the same 11 as you. I think they'll prefer Stoinis over Omarzai to start because I know Ponting does really like Marcus Stoinis. So I think
No
they'll go with
surprises
him there.
there.
Yeah, no surprises there. Definitely a big Australian influence. And what better way to bring a winning culture than have some Aussies in your team, right? So they've gone with the Aussies. They'll have at least two or three in the 11 or the 12 to start with. Um, I was really, really umming and ahhing whether to have Punjab Kings in my top four. I've got them, if you're talking about predictions, fifth, really tight.
That's
The
tough. That's
one,
tough.
it's very tough, but the one, it's so hard, right? Because there's so many other teams, right? With CSK, MI, DC, SRH, they all look good. There's GT and etc. There's so many good teams. Do they rely too much on Shreyas side with the bat? So there's a few other players there that,
I mean, you got Maxwell as well.
Maxwell, he can have a great season or one like last season. So, and Stoinis is similar. Like you need some good returns from the middle order.
I mean, it's
Um,
interesting. It'll be interesting for Maxwell, a homecoming of sorts, at Punjab, and after what he has written about Punjab in his book, like it's for everyone to see, and it'll be really
yep,
interesting to see how the dynamic goes with him there, and a
yep,
new captain and Ponting and the
yep.
owners. So
And that, and that's
all
a big
this
thing as
affects the
well.
performance as well.
That's a big thing as well about Punjab is we've heard stories in the past of the owners and they get involved. I've heard this and they got to stay out and let the cricketing experts make the decisions this season because they get involved and they want a certain team and they're not letting Ponting and co do their job. That's a big problem. So as long as the owners can do their thing and let the cricket experts,
I mean, you would think
pick the team.
You think with Ponting there, he's no nonsense guy, and
Of
I don't
course,
think he takes
he's not
shit
going to
from
put up with
anyone.
that
So
crap.
yeah,
Yeah, he's not going to put up with that rubbish.
with and a year as well.
Yeah, exactly. So those two, very, very good. If Punjab should be very close to the playoffs at the very least. If they don't get close or they have a poor season, there's something clearly wrong. But I think what they've done, there was big question marks about Shreyas' price, how much they paid for him in the auction. But if he gets them back into the playoffs and wins them a title, no one's going to be talking about that, right? So they picked him in for a specific reason. He's in great form with the bat. He's a very good captain. He's had success in the IPL as a batter and as a captain. Arshdeep Singh and Yuzvendra Chahal is a great duo. Whether they have enough support in their attack to keep opposition teams quiet is another question I've got. Um, and that middle order's got to be consistent as well and step up. And can they get Prabhimran Singh and Josh Inglis? Can be a great opening duo.
Yep.
But they've got to set a platform as well, as often as they can. So if someone told me Punjab Kings are going to make the playoffs, as you said, I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that at all. But it's just there's 4 teams out of 10 that you can pick.
That's right.
There's a whole bunch of very, very good teams in there as well. So fascinating to see what happens. Fascinating to see what happens. A team I'm watching closely. That's for sure.
Me too. I think it's exciting. I think it's going to be exciting watching Punjab Kings this season. I have them finishing third. They might
Yeah.
falter here and there, but I think they'll get to the playoffs. And
Yeah,
then
consistency is going to be the key. And if Shreyas Iyer has a couple of bad games, which I hope for them that he doesn't, is there going to be enough elsewhere to pick up that slack and lift Punjab to strong scores? And if they've got enough support for Arshdeep and Yuzvendra Chahal, and they play, I think, a couple of, they've got some 2 home grounds this season, if I'm not mistaken. So how they adjust to those different conditions will be important. That's going to be key. But definitely a contender for the playoffs this season and even could go all the way.
absolutely.
You know,
We'll
nothing
be
will
here
surprise
talking
me with
about
them.
them all season. Thank you to all the listeners. Thank you, Charbel. Thank you to all the
Thanks, mate.
IPL fans. Please watch us on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast, Spotify or Apple. Please comment, like, subscribe, and share as well. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Nash. Thanks, everyone.